Welcome back to the channel, guys. Glad to have you as always on another Tacoma install video. And today we're going to show you guys just how easy it is to add a set of ditch lights to your Tacoma. So stay tuned. Shout out to Rago Fabrication for sending out the brackets to mount these things directly to the hood. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to DIY this and save some money on some ditch lights. Let's get after it. All right, guys, so on the workbench today to install on the Tacoma project, the ditch lights, we are going with a set of road shocks from, you guessed it, Harbor Freight. So you're going, man, what the heck, dude? Harbor Freight ditch lights Tacoma. I'm telling you guys, these things are absolutely bulletproof. I've had zero issues. I've actually had a set installed on the bad boy over there in the shop, and we have beat the living crap out of those lights. You can't see them right here, but they're mounted just up under the frame. And the vibrations, the sticks, the brush hitting those over and over, you know, surely they're going to be tough enough to stand against the elements on top of the Tacoma. So these things are IP67 rated, Road Shock brand. Again, as of this video, February 2024, you can get a set of these. Actually, one of these runs $21.99 plus tax, depending on where you're at in the U.S. Really great warranty. If you get home and these absolutely crap the bed on you, take them back. They'll hand you a brand new one. We went ahead and went with the Harbor Freight light kit here, which includes the wiring harness, so that is to be purchased separately. I did like the hardware that comes with it. So it comes with this little cradle mount that will mount to the Rago Fabrication that will hook up to the underside of the hood that we'll show you guys later. But I did go ahead and upgrade the hardware, so these are some grade 8s from the local Home Depot, some grade 8 5/16. We got the 5/16 matching nylock washers, and we got some grade 8 crush washers as well. I just wanted those things to be mounted up really well. I didn't want to use Loctite, so the nylock nut, you get several of these for about $8. It was worth the investment. You know me, I like the hardware here, but if it's going to be something I'm putting together, it's got to be grade 8. It's got to be the good stuff. So you get two of these. We've got two lights over here, $21. Yeah, the output is not the best. These are about 965 lumens. Like I said, waterproof, dustproof. The output, for you guys wondering, is 15.1 watts on the output. So really cool kit from Harbor Freight. They really did a great job in making these. We've had great experience so far. So literally we're waiting. The only thing, the last piece for this install is the Tacoma's over there. The UPS man will be pulling up here shortly with the Rago Fabrication hood ditch light mounts. Love you guys. Thanks so much for sponsoring the video. And as soon as I snap my fingers, we're going to have the Tacoma right here and the mounts in hand. So ready, 3, 2, 1. Just like that. What I tell you guys, the freaking part fairy came. Sticker right here where you guys can see it. Rago Customs Fabrication. They were kind enough to send out their super beefy brackets for the hood where the ditch lights go on each side of the hinge on the other side of the hood area. Really cool packaging. They've got a thank you card, and they also have install help, looks like on their website. And they included a freaking USA mint. How freaking cool is that? We're going to get that in there right now. Let's get these mounts open because I am dying to see them. All right, guys, here we go. Got those unboxed real quick. This is the first look at the Rago Fabrication ditch lights mounts for the 3rd gen Tacoma. Super beefy. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but these things are super stout. One of the biggest complaints I was reading on forums and Tacoma pages online is that people would cheap out and buy mounts that weren't up to snuff or weren't as thick. These even come with little strapping holes. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. This one even comes with little holes CNC'd in for zip ties for cable management. Super cool attention to detail, but the biggest complaint was people cheaping out on the mounts and getting a lot of vibration in their lights on light off-roading. So you can tell how low profile these are. This is going to be the driver's side looking on at the truck. This is going to be the passenger side because these are supposed to sit right flush on top of the hood. So let's go ahead and show you guys right now the wiring situation. Hope you guys realize how much I love you. I'm having to hold a flashlight also with this camera. So starting from the passenger side, I want to get this camera to focus. We've got the wiring harness running all the way across the back side of the firewall. And I apologize, guys. I went ahead and did this part off camera the other day. Coming over to the battery, you've got the positive ran down, and instead of hooking it, connecting directly to the negative, I ran and hooked the ground right there on the side. The Tacoma is perfectly made for this setup. I've got the rest of my wires completely tucked in right there to the driver's side of the compartment. Like I said, it connects over. Now that wiring harness from Harbor Freight, from Road Shock, does have a splitter, so it goes to the passenger side, then the driver's side, we're going to loop that down. One of the things I do want to showcase is just how exactly these cables from the pods, so I want to show that in my video. And then we're going to go ahead and get these things mounted up real quick. Oh, also wanted to show you guys the switch. So the switch here, super easy and simple. I could have gone with an OEM style, but I went ahead and just used the one that came with the kit. Used a switch blank there, drilled it out with a step bit, and it fit really nice and flush. Looks factory and didn't cost me any more money. As you guys can tell, we're going the cheaper route, except the mounts. You don't want to cheap out on the mounts. Look up Rago Customs Fab. I'm going to have them in the link below. Go check them out. Let's get the lights on here. I'm going to get you on the GoPro. Let's get this stuff installed and do a nighttime test. All right, guys, we got you on the GoPro. One of the pro tips I have for this install, go ahead and spend you the $4 on one of these moving blankets. While you're in Harbor Freight getting your lights, get one of these cheap moving blankets and put it up on your windshield. It will help you tremendously to have peace of mind to not scratch your windshield or your paint. So, like I said, $4, peace of mind. That's a no-brainer here. I'm going to go ahead and throw that up here in the install area, so when we do get in here with the lights, it will be super nice and simple. Not have to worry about a thing there. See, you got a lot of adjustment in these Rago Fab mounts. You got side-to-side movement here. You might have a little bit on the hood adjustment. I love how low profile these things are going to look. They look freaking killer. Now remember, when you are mounting these ears face toward the outside of the vehicle, so this one is definitely going to be the driver's side setup. All right, we've got our upgraded hardware. We're going to grab the Rago mount. These things are so freaking beefy, man. I'm almost contemplating to put that rubber piece in between it, but I'm not going to do it. I haven't seen a whole lot of people do that online. So what I've done already is I've put these little saddle mounts that they have for the Road Shocks. I went ahead and mounted those. And the same thing that we're going to do with is just get them snug, because you don't want to be doing a lot of this while you're on the truck. All right, guys, so instead of bore you with that, that is what it's going to look like. You've got your nylock washer, your crush washer up in there into the Road Shock pod. So, and I'm sorry, the bolt off the hood, and we should be good to go, so stay with us. Guys, so as we mentioned, we've got the nylock nut, the crush washer, the 5/16 bolt. We've got the Rago Customs. We're going to go in from the top here, get that wire out of your way. Aren't you glad you got that moving blanket, man? That thing is going to be slick. The very first nut is the only one that you're going to be taking out. You want this one to be snug as tight as you can, then to take the other one and slide the other bracket in. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Take the nut, the factory nut. I'll put this into place here. All right, so the important part is to make sure that your hood wasn't out of alignment the whole time. So we're going to slowly, make sure that nothing is out of alignment, nothing's rubbing. We've got the same gap on this side that we do on this side, and it looks like we are close. And this is not the final adjustment, but we are definitely going to keep it right there, and that is very freaking close to the hood. But I like it. I do like how that ends up. Not a whole lot of space in between there, but you know what? It's clean, it looks good. I like the setup so far. So the part I wanted to make sure and show you guys was getting this strap here. Is a little tricky, but it can be done through this piece of weather stripping. All right, guys, we finally got them installed. Sorry I didn't film that last part. Just a really same operation on that other side. So as you can see here, Very, very easy to put these in. Rago Fabrication freaking killed this. They are super, super low profile. I love how they stack up right there on the hood. Now I'm going to go ahead and test these lights. I swear I haven't tested them before filming. We're going to go to the switch here. Look at that. Now I haven't got them aimed just yet. We're going to get some night footage for you guys. This is just here in the shop. But I'm going to just, you know, I can't help it. Got to look at them here. Wow, those things are stupid, stupid bright. I mean, for $21, you really, really can't go wrong, especially with the warranty. And let's go ahead and show you just how I ran those through the top of the hood, because I think that was missing on a lot of the videos that I watched. So 1 second for you. I just wanted to give you a detailed look of exactly how this wire is ran. So what you do is you take that back wire that is behind that pod and you run it into this gap. That gasket is the one that you want to run the light to, and not a lot of videos do justice to show exactly what you want to do. So I was able to pry up and use my finger to get there. You can use a pry tool. It comes up very, very, very easily. You slip your wire in through there and you are then able to route it exactly through that grommet that is in the windshield, come all the way through here and get another body pin tool or whatever. I use actually a paint mixer. There is a little push pin that is, if I can get my light there for you, there's a push pin right there. You want to get a push pin tool, or I use a paint mixer, a paint can opener. You can get that thing out really easy, flathead screwdriver, whatever. That will allow you to then route your wire into the plug. I've got mine all neatly tucked away right here and over there along the back of the firewall. Same thing on both sides, except on the passenger side. So on this side, you obviously have the washer fluid pin. You want to push that thing out super easy. You don't have to use a tool. You just want to get that thing out of your way, move this hose, and rinse and repeat on this side as well. And as you can see, I've got plenty of clearance on both sides of this pod. I've got plenty of clearance between the windshield, the wipers, all that stuff. Rago Customs, Fab, freaking killed it. And we're going to go ahead and pop this hood down, take it out in the nighttime, and get you some night shots. So stay tuned. All right, guys, as promised, here is some night vision footage. Sorry, I left the big camera at the house. It's not as good as just the old iPhone in low light conditions. But this is just the normal driving lights of the Tacoma. That's the DRLs, the LEDs. This is some aftermarket LEDs in the low beams. There is the factory LED high beams. So back to the low beams, we're going to go ahead and flip on the switch for the ditch lights. See if I can get you back here. All right. Now, as you can see, we have a ton of light being cast off the driver's side, also the passenger side. Just a ton of light. I don't know how well that correlates to the camera. We're gonna go off again. Can't see anything over there, especially if you go with just the driving lights off the truck. Back to the ditch lights. Crazy the amount of light it casts off. So not super bad for some $21 Harbor Freights. Once you get them adjusted, these things are bad to the bone. So not too bad, guys. Install was super easy once I got the wiring harness, once I got the brackets. Go check out Rago Fabrication. Shout out to them for helping us with the install, and go check out some Road Shock Series lights from Harbor Freight and save you a ton of money. All right, we're getting out of here, back to the house. Catch you guys on the next one.
Well, I remember their names as I fan the flames to the fire. Just a stiff one and Waylon are the only two things I desire. It's been a damn long year, and it really don't help that I really ain't been too good to myself.